Tonight, Tea for Troy hosts its annual British Tea Formal.
And one fraternity brings Fight Night to campus. Stay tuned. TrojanVision News starts now.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network, Troy, Alabama's International University, this is TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision News for April 8th, 2016. I'm Sarah Singletary.
And I'm Jordan Elston. Thank you for joining us this evening. Registration for the fall semester is next week, and there's a new system in place for students to register for classes. Troy University is holding a number of events to help promote the new system. Austin Cofield explains.
As the semester comes to an end, there are only a few days remaining before the rush to sign up for classes begins. Luckily, the University Registrar Group has made huge improvements to the class registration process. Thursday, the Registrar Office was promoting its big event to kick off early registration.
We're promoting our huge fall registration tailgate event that's going to happen April the 13th from 11 to 2. There's going to be lots of free stuff that we're going to be handing out, and we're also going to be promoting student planning because registration through Trojan Web Express is going away. All registration will be done through student planning, and so we just want to make sure that all students know that information and that they know how to log into student planning and they know how to register through student planning.
We're giving them out little pamphlets explaining what next week is going to be. Today's kind of like a mini session, but we're just letting them know that we will be having an event next week on April 13th for early registration.
And students that have already begun to use the new student planning features may have seen the changes in how they can prepare for their academic career. But how are they reacting to these changes?
I think that's a lot easier than what we've been doing in the past. It's definitely better for us since we are more advanced in technology these days and everyone's on their phone or their computer, and it's just better than trying to go to your advisor. And another thing is that it's just easier altogether because you can plan ahead, especially for your entire college career. That's what I like the best about it.
With the new generation, we're so technology inclined that we really need that in our lives and stuff like that. And so I think that's something that's really important in having with the new generations coming up and stuff like that.
But if you don't want to wait until April 13th for the event to learn how to use the new registration and planning system, students can go to troy.edu/records and click Student Planning to watch a tutorial video. Austin Cofield, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The registration tailgate event will be next Wednesday from 11 to 2 on the Bibb Graves Quad. Fall registration starts on Wednesday as well.
Throughout the semester, Troy University students can learn about other cultures through their tea at the Tea for Troy event. However, once a year, Tea for Troy goes all out with a big event to wrap up the year, the British Tea Formal. Jamelia Coleman has a story.
Tea for Troy hosts an event every other week to talk about tea all around the world and the different cultures that enjoy it.
This is our third annual British Tea Formal. We started as our first year because we thought it'd be a fun event for internationals and Americans to hang out.
The British Tea Formal allows students to eat, take pictures and laugh with friends, and just enjoy each other's company off of campus.
Everybody clap your hands.
Tea for Troy hosts many events throughout the year. However, this event was one for the books with their British Tea Formal.
When we do this event, it's just a way for us to celebrate everyone coming together and uniting and just having fun as a people of the world.
Being that this is an annual event, this is not the first time some students attend. Having the gathering with fellow friends makes this event a success.
Every other Thursday, the Tea for Troy group meets and has tea from all around the world. So it's a pretty cool thing.
Not only did the staff members make this event a success, students that participated also brought much excitement to the event as well. Jamelia Coleman, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Traditionally, Tea for Troy meets every other Thursday night, alternating with ISCO in the Hall of Honor. Last night was not your average Thursday night as Troy students filled the seats of Sartain Hall for the second event of Sigma Chi Fraternity's Derby Days.
And it's safe to say that last night's philanthropy event packed a punch. Ryan Renfro has the details.
It began as an idea that led to 4 months of preparation and hard work from the brothers of Sigma Chi Fraternity. An idea that became a reality on Thursday night amid the roars and cheers of Trojan students. An idea that became Fight Night. 9 fights, 3 2-minute rounds per fight, with the boxers themselves representing their own campus organizations. And after all the preparation, the brothers of Sigma Chi couldn't be happier with the result.
Everything turned out well. We had a great showing, a lot of people here. But really, at the end of the day, we're supporting a great cause, and we raised a lot of money tonight, so that's what I'm excited about, man.
One representative of Sigma Chi takes us inside the ring and into the mindset of a boxer.
I was really nervous. There's like it's more than 1,000+ people, and I just got the goose. I got like butterflies in my stomach when I just walked out there. I just blocked everything out, and I just fought.
Aside from all the sweat and punches thrown tonight, don't let these boxers fool you. From behind the fighting lies the bigger picture, a cause that for most involved cuts deeper than any punch.
This year we're supporting the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. We actually had a brother of ours, JP Swartz, commit suicide about 2 months back, which is why we chose this philanthropy, which is why we chose to work as hard as we did for it. Something that's real dear to our heart, a lot of our brothers, and something that we're really proud to sponsor.
Going through basic, I had a friend that tried to commit suicide, and it was a real sad time, because that's something that people don't like to think about. So when you get this many people in one room gathered for the same cause, then you can get great things done.
Ryan Renfro, Troy, TrojanVision News.
Sigma Chi's Derby Days will wrap up with a pair of concerts at their house this weekend.
And now taking a look at news from around the state. A Vestavia Hills physician will spend 30 months in prison after illegally dispensing narcotic painkillers. A judge has sentenced Dr. Muhammad Wasim Ali on 10 counts of unlawfully distributing controlled substances. Ali had pleaded guilty to the charges in November. He has surrendered his medical license.
Police in Tuscaloosa say a man's 2-year-old daughter has been found wandering along a roadway hours after he was arrested on a public intoxication charge. Freeland Joe Burnett now has been charged with child abuse. Burnett was intoxicated and didn't tell officers his daughter was in his vehicle several blocks away when he was arrested late Tuesday. Police found the girl looking for her father Wednesday morning.
Also out of Birmingham, the owner and operator of dozens of pizza restaurant franchises in Alabama, Georgia, and Louisiana has admitted to filing a false federal income tax return. Prosecutors in Birmingham say Ramon Arias of Mountain Brook has agreed to pay $224,290 in restitution. They say the tax return did not include the money he skimmed from his Little Caesars franchises.
Still to come on Troy, TrojanVision News. The Troy baseball team is on a 3-game winning streak and are hosting another conference series this weekend. Jamal Kennedy will have the upcoming preview in sports.
And the state of New York is up for grabs among the remaining presidential candidates. We've got that story plus more after the break, so stay with us.
Presidential candidates crisscross the Empire State ahead of the New York primary. I'm Marley Hall with the latest from the campaign trail.
Looks like it's done.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. You can't see these microbes, but they might be there. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Troy University's Department of Theater and Dance presents the musical Violet, April 6th through the 10th at the Trojan Center Theater for the Performing Arts. The story of a woman on a cross-country bus trip to find healing from a TV preacher. She discovers more than she bargained for. Don't miss this musical, April 6th through the 10th at the Trojan Center Theater for the Performing Arts.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy TrojanVision News.
Troy baseball gears up for a 3-game conference series at Riddle Pace Field beginning tonight at 6 p.m. The Trojans face off against an Appalachian State team who is currently 8-21 and last in the Sun Belt Conference standings. The Trojans are on a 3-game winning streak with an overall record of 17-13. The Mountaineers are playing well as of late, but head coach Mark Smart hopes his Trojans have the momentum to sweep past them.
They're playing better. And, as a coach, I would have liked to have seen them struggle another couple of weeks there. But, they played well. So any conference weekend, you got to play good baseball to win. So I'm sure we'll have to be at our best. But I'm hoping that their little momentum kind of gets delayed this week and we can get ourselves back in good place.
With the first pitch just moments away, Saturday and Sunday's games will begin at 1 p.m. The Trojans softball team is looking to move above 500 in conference play this weekend while they are on the road taking on ULM. Currently, the Trojans are 4-5 in conference play, but with the competition they recently played in Auburn and South Carolina, assistant coach Alex Hupp is still confident about the Trojans' chances.
The Sun Belt is very competitive in every team, and every team is somewhere that you're going in and you have to be prepared for. But with coming off of playing, the SEC programs that we just have, that's great for us no matter what.
The Trojans and Warhawks will square off on the diamond Saturday afternoon, playing a doubleheader beginning at 1 p.m. and the second game beginning soon after that at 3 p.m. The series will wrap up Sunday at noon. From the diamond to the pitch, as Troy Soccer will host Alabama at the soccer complex at 7:30 p.m. With 3 wins under their belt already, the team is looking to keep their spring streak alive as Troy has only allowed 1 goal while outscoring their opponent 7-1. Troy traveled to Tuscaloosa in the fall season, losing 1-0. Troy's goalkeeper Mickey Lewis had 3 saves in the match, but Alabama scored the winning goal in the 77th minute. The Trojans have 3 more matches left on the spring schedule, and Troy will host its last home match at the Troy Soccer Complex against West Florida tomorrow evening at 4 p.m. The Troy track and field season has less than a month before they make their way to conference championships. Sean Kent introduces us to one of the men who leads the team, head coach of the cross-country team, Elliott Blount.
Troy University head cross-country coach Elliott Blount is in the midst of his second year as head coach. A collegiate star at the University of Connecticut and a professional runner with the Oregon Track Club, he brings a wealth of experience to the collegiate level.
To train alongside Olympians, world champions, U.S. champions, it was a very humbling experience, but you definitely can learn a lot from those guys and their approach to how they do things. So, it's an invaluable experience, and, I'd do it 10 times over.
Coach Blount ran until, in his words, the wheels fell off. After leaving competitive running behind, he decided to look to the future and became a coach at a familiar spot for him.
I started in 2008. I was assistant coach for the women at the high school I graduated from, Freeport, New York. And then the year after that, I got the head coaching job in cross country at Hempstead High School. And the year after that, I was fortunate enough to land a job at Columbia University in New York City.
Blount revealed that his time at Columbia was eye-opening, as it was his first time entering the collegiate coaching world. He was happy to learn and see what his athletes could do.
Really did. It was eye-opening, really, to see kids do it on such a high level. We had all Americans on the track, and then they're still able to go out there and get 4 rows and, above 3.5s at a school like Columbia, which is pretty impressive. I really learned a lot from the coaches there, just in how to run a program, build a program, motivate the kids. So I had a big shout out to Willie Wood, who was the coach there.
This is the second year of Coach Blount's tenure as head cross-country coach for Troy University. This makes him the 3rd coach in 5 years here at the university. Coach says that he hopes to stay here because he really enjoys the campus and the team.
I've always enjoyed the campus. When I first came down for an interview back in July of 14, I believe it was, the campus is, it's gorgeous.
Sean Kent, Troy, TrojanVision News.
The track and field team will split their squad up this weekend between the Bill Carson Invitational hosted by East Carolina and the Tiger Classic hosted by Auburn.